Hello. Hello. Hello, hello. 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 Good day, everyone. Hey. Hello, good day. Pretty happy that we fixed that bug in the last few days. The bug about the server crash. Pretty good. I did a test. I loaded all the NPC in the game. I killed a number of them, asked them to respawn, and waited for some generated events and such, and it's not crashing. So it seems that the bug is gone. At least it looks like. Let's say the real test, we will have it only when we deploy it in production. That would be the real test, but it seems to be fine. Okay, so what I want to work on today, so there is a task, that is there since I don't know, 1 year and a half. I don't know. I asked multiple people helping me, like, okay, can you do it? They say yes. They don't do it. I asked to other people, can you do it? They say yes, and they don't do it. So the only way is if I do it myself, right? I don't want to leave the character creation still with placeholders, and unfortunately we do have placeholders in the character creation. The reason is that the home world story, which is basically the story that brings the player from the home world to the gaming world, has been written, right? But we didn't really finalize the text. Right? So the text is not finalized and is not good enough. So we have the story. I want to write the text. One of my issue is that I'm not the best English speaker, and also I'm not really, a good English writer, right? So I cannot really write good pieces, right? I think at least I'm not, I can write, but I'm not probably the best one, right? So, and since this stuff is going into the character creation and, dozens, if not hundreds of people will see it, would be nice if it is of good quality. So I was thinking, so what I'm speaking about is, what I'm speaking about are these screens, right? Are these screens that at the moment, okay, these screens that at the moment they have just a placeholder text. There is no real text in these screens. There is just a placeholder at the bottom. This placeholder is read from is read from here. Yeah, it's read from this data table, right? And so we have a data table holding in theory all the text, but at the moment the text is very simple, right? So it's just explaining a bit of what is going on, but it's not really finalized, right? So it's just a placeholder text. So it's not good enough, it's not. So I asked people to do it, but they're not doing it. And now it's like 1 year later, right? 1 year later, and I cannot I cannot release another release without this text being correct, right? And if I have to do the voiceover myself, I can do the voiceover myself, but I want the by the way, let me ping a guy that did the voiceover for the other pieces. Let me just remember if I like his voice at the end or not. No, I think I do, but
This race of elves come from the homeworld of Dermoria, a world of lush forests towering over deep seas. They are a long-lived elven race with short, slim physiques. They exhibit copper or amber-colored skin and brown to reddish hair, occasionally blonde, but never black.
yeah, I think I like it. So we can ask the same guy if he's available to do more voiceovers, if he's available, obviously. Yeah.
Your childhood and your adulthood were full of events. You were born under the constellation of...
You were born under the constellation of... Yeah, I think it's okay. So, what is the task? The task is pretty big because we have a file. We have a file that is homeworld stories, right? And this file... I think the last time has been edited, yeah, November 22, right? And probably by me, by the way. Let me just see, I don't want to disclose any personal information of people. Let me click on history and see. Yeah, me, always me. August 22, always me, always me, always me, always me. The last change by someone else was November 21 to this freaking file, right? So... yeah, we're not going anywhere with this file unless I do it myself. So annoying. So annoying. Okay, fine. So this would be the typical work, you know, that you guys can do, but you are lazy. I understand. You don't want to do it, so you let me do it. Fine. Pizza GPT? Yeah, pizza. We have GPT again in Italy. We have ChatGPT again in Italy. We do have. We do have. I don't remember if I logged in as me or I logged in as someone else. No, I think I logged in as me. So what is my idea? My idea is that we use, you know, ChatGPT at least to make the text a bit nicer, right? A bit nicer, a bit... I mean, at least I'm sure there is proper English, right? And I'm not doing like mistakes or I'm not struggling, you know. So my idea is that I feed the AI with our knowledge a bit, and then we ask to create the thing, right? So what should I do? Do you think I should just feed all the text of our can you read a web page? Can you read a web page? Yes, I can help you read a web page. No, I would like you to okay. Can you learn the... So okay, okay, let me do this because otherwise it will take me forever. Let me put at the bottom a new chapter, right? Because we may have to do it again. So test what? I cannot type. Test with AI to fix the text. Test with AI to fix the text. Okay. Okay, what we can do, I can feed. Do you think I can feed? Do you think I can ask the AI to read this page? Maybe I can. So I can say I am creating a fantasy MMO called Plane Shift. It's set in medieval setting and as fantasy races like elves, dwarves, etc. Right? I want to create, no, let's say, I already created drawings for the background story of the races, and now I want to create some text, right? I want to create some text that will be associated. They will be associated to each drawing, explaining in an epic way, epic and intriguing way, what the drawing is showing, right? I already created drawings for the background story of the races, and now I want to create some text that will be associated to each drawing, explaining in an epic and intriguing way what the drawing is showing. I will tell you what so for this I need you to learn the background of the races. We start with the aliens, which is a human race. You can find their information in this page. You can find the information in this page. Let me see if we can do this, okay? I have no idea if the AI will be able to do this, but let's try. Okay, so that is what I said. Let me just save it because I don't want to... I mean, we will do the same for the other races, maybe. Okay. I don't know if he's reading the page, but I apologize for the confusion, but I text bay I'm unable to browse the internet to access specific web pages like the one you provided, where you can provide me with the relevant information. Okay, I cannot do it, but I can copy paste the text. I can copy paste the text, okay? So let's say, okay. I'm going to provide you the text with their traits. Now I cannot read the web. Okay, so aliens. How long I can have an input? I have no idea. We will try to put as much text as we can. I will try to put everything and see what happens, okay? I will try to put everything. Okay, I don't think I want to have this part. I think this part is a bit useless, but... No, sorry. The race, I mean, the history, the real history. Right? The real history, I think, is a bit... useless. Okay, let me see if we can read all of this. That is what I feed... Wait. Okay. Where am I? I'm losing myself. I'm here. Okay, so I provided this, and then I provided this. Okay, which is like a huge bunch of text. Okay, let's see if he can read it. Okay, I think he read that, right? I don't know why. I don't know what he's saying here, but I don't care. But anyway, he read this text, right? Because now I think he's aware of that. Okay, he's aware of that. So now, okay, now we are going to generate the text. Okay, so now I can say in the first drawing, right? In the first journey through the desert. Okay, let's say in the first drawing, it is a pity I cannot show the drawing. Would be very nice. Would be very nice if I could show the drawing and he could interpret the content, but I think he cannot, right? So in the first drawing, so the first drawing is the first drawing is, and I already have the text for the aliens, so maybe, but I just want to test the idea, you know, if we can do it this way. If not, I will have to invent it all myself, which is kind of annoying. So the first drawing is this, right? The first drawing is this. It's a bit hard to describe, but anyway. In the first drawing, we have a group of aliens going to the desert, or walking into the desert, right? Walking into the desert. Now, what the hell we want to explain that? So in the first, we have a group of aliens walking into the desert and looking at some inscribed stones where they want to find some hints from their gods about their future, right? Can you write a paragraph? Now it doesn't have to be too long. So how long it is? Let's say that, to me, reasonably a paragraph can be that much, right? Like 2 phrases. I don't know how to say. I mean, like 50 words or something like that. To the portal to the new world. No, there is no portal yet. This is the first screen. So in the first screen there is no portal. Can you write a paragraph describing their because we actually have, you know, we have this reason for leaving their homeworld, right? Can you write a paragraph describing their describing what? Describing the journey through the desert. Yeah, describing their journey through the desert and And the fact, I think I need to give him the facts, because otherwise. And them finding a message from their gods describing their destiny, whatever. Describing their future, right? This paragraph should be epic and intriguing. Okay, go! Go AI! Go AI, you can do it! I believe in you. Hello, Fergus. I believe in you! It's too long, bro. I said a paragraph, I said a paragraph, not a freaking 20 pages. Oh my god, it's too long. What the hell? Amidst the vast expanse... What is a vast expanse? Of the arid desert, a band of determined aliens embark on a treacherous pilgrimage, their heart brimming with open reverence. The scorching sun beat upon their... Okay, it's too long. It is too long. I need maximum 50 words. He did it! I did it shorter. How many words is that? Wait. How many words is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's about 10 for 5 lines, so it's about what now? It can be slightly longer, I don't care. It can be up to 100, I think 100. So it can be like 2 or 3. Like here, for example, you know, we have the 3 tests. And we have much more okay, let me see what he wrote anyway. He wrote, in the scorching desert, I don't know if you want to have it as scorching, but anyway, in the scorching desert, alien embark on a pilgrimage, seeking divine guidance. Ancient inscriptions reveal their future, a realm of trials and abundant wonders. Hearts ablaze, they embrace their destiny journey, destined to shape their history with unwavering resolve. Wow. It's not bad. It's not bad, I would say. Can you make it about 100 words? I'm starting to hit the limits, boys, already. So I need to pay. If I don't pay, it's going to be slow, and then at a certain point it's gonna stop. I'm in the sweltering desert. Aliens embark on a pilgrimage, their souls aflame with purpose. I like this soul aflame with purpose. Inscribed stones held the key to their future. A realm adorned with trials and boundless wonders. Through shifting sands, they press forward, guided by whisper prophecies. As the sacred it's very good anyway. At the sacred oasis, a mystical portal shimmer, revealing their divine charge. The gods spoke, whenever the destiny with the grand sapidity of their race, brimming with resolve, they emerged, arts in newfound purpose, carving their path through time. The aliens would shape history, their epic saga echoing through the ages, the testament of their unwavering spirit. Yeah, it's a bit too epic, I would say. So he's pushing a bit the limits, but it's fine. I think it's fine. It's not too bad. Okay, let's try to mix what we have with this. So what I have the fact is that we are speaking like on Ginori, your own planet, right? The aliens regularly visited the holy desert, filled with prophetic scriptures and various other writings and remnants of their gods. Wait, can I do one thing because it's becoming too hard to do? Okay. I think that would be easier for me. That would be a bit easier for me, right? Okay. Amidst the vast and arid desert, a band of determined aliens embark on a treasure pilgrimage. The art of bringing hope with drive. The scorching sun beat upon the resistant flame. It's focused on an absolute power. It's very ground beneath the tremble anticipation. The shifting dunes bearing weight of countless forgotten truth whispered to the alien, revealing fragments of their faded narrative. Winds lay with mystic seekers swept through the desert, carrying with them a melody that only chosen few could decipher. Wow, it's very nice. I mean, it's sounding good, you know. It's not exactly what we want to say, but it's sounding pretty good. The problem is to make it shorter, but he actually made it shorter here. The problem is that he started to go to the second scene, right? And the second scene is already speaking about the portal because he read the stuff above, right? So that's probably an issue. But on Kinori, your own planet, the aliens regularly visited a holy desert filled with prophetic scriptures and various other writings and remnants of their god. I mean, I think that this text anyway is not bad. Sometimes they found a new message describing their future or giving them one day the gods message they choose. And yeah, I think this first part is very good. This is pretty bad. So I would like to change the second one. I think this embarked on a pilgrimage is not bad. On Ginori, on the aliens regularly. I think this embarked the pilgrimage is nice. What the fuck? Why is that color? Right? The aliens. I don't want to say regularly. I think regularly sounds pretty bad. So I think we can say on Ginori, on planet, the aliens embark on a pilgrimage. Seeking, I think the seeking divine guidance is pretty good. Seeking divine guidance, right? Seeking divine guidance. Inscribed stone held the key to their future. I don't know if I want to say a holy desert, but on Ginori, your own planet, the aliens embarked on a pilgrimage. Seeking divine guidance. In the holy desert, in the holy desert. In the holy desert filled with prophetic scriptures and various other. I think this one is very confusing because how can a desert be filled with scriptures if you don't explain that there are stones? Well, you see it in the picture, right? You see in the picture actually, so it's probably a bit easier. But if you just take the text, in the holy desert, inscribed stones held the key to their future. Yeah, I think this one is much better. In the holy desert, inscribed stones held the key to their future. Sometimes they found a new message describing their future or giving them advice. I think it's super weak. Through shifting sand that plays forward, guided by whispered prophecies. At a sacred, yeah, I like the whispered prophecies, even if in theory is written on the stones, but. In the Holy Desert, inscribe a stone held the key to their future. Inscribe a stone held the key to their future. A realm of trials and abundant wonders. Now, the trials in reality are before, you know, going there, but so the point is that the gods guided them, you know, the gods guided them through the trials. And so the scripture said, right, inscribe the stone and the key to their future. So the scripture, so the text on the stones, right, the text on the stones revealed them, the text on the stones revealed them, they had to go through 3 trials, right? They had to go through 3 trials to fulfill their destiny. To fulfill their destiny, okay? Can you write an epic and intriguing paragraph about this? I don't know when you say paragraph is writing like a poem. The inscription upon the ancient stones whispered the destiny decree, a trinity of trials that would test the mettle of the aliens. With art ablaze, they embraced the challenge for which the crucible of adversity. The first trial beckoned the depth of our search for an unknown relic, culminating in the discovery of the great turquoise. Yeah, you know, now he knows it because I told him above, and so he knows that there is the great turquoise. Fantastic. Without the blaze, the description. I would like to. No, I would like to describe how they found the stone. I would like to describe how they found the stone. How they found the stone with the inscription. I would like to describe how they found the stone with the inscription about the trials. That's what I need. In the heart of a desolate canyon where winds whisper an ancient secret, Elias stumbled upon a monolithic stone unveiling an enigma aura. Bathed in the ethereal glow of the dying sun, it beckoned with another worthy allure as the fingers traced the intricate carving. The stone murmured the trials yet to come. A cascade of emotion coursed through their veins. With reverence in the art, the decipher riddle edged upon his face, unveiling the process. Yeah, it's pretty good actually. Okay, I think we can use.
What are you doing?
Hello. I am using AI to improve my life. Hello, Phoenix. You forget your skin. Yeah, I also forgot to change my music. Too deep into the AI. Yeah. Pa-para 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 pa 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 di 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 pa-para 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 pa-para. So the article is like anyway, Windows is something else. So okay, sometimes they found a new message came in the future. I want to say, so what I want to say that there were many stones, right? I would like to say that there are many stones with God's God's text or whatever, God's
I
inscriptions.
never would have believed it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
But at a certain point, they found the right one. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. At least it's not a love letter to someone. Yeah, it's part of the text of the intro cinematic. Yeah. Amidst the myriad of ancient stone, each bearing a touch of divine inscription, they embarked on a quest of deciphering. Their fingers traced the contour of a countless symbols, seeking also a key to their destiny. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, until finally, amidst the vast spin of the day, they stood before the chosen stone. Nice. Well, no, but yeah, obviously the AI is trying to give you ideas, right? But as I hear it, you know, it's not what I want. But anyway, I mean, the AI is doing a pretty good job. I would say it's doing a pretty good job. I think everything that is creative, the AI is pretty good. Okay, we need to put it together between these three things. I think we have enough text. I would say myriad. I don't like it, but we can say. Can we say numerals? Or can we say amidst different ancient stones? I mean, it's different ancient, because myriads seems really too much. I mean, we can even say myriads, but what is a good synonym of myriad that is not myriad? Because myriad synonyms. I mean, a myriad is really too much. Multitude probably is good, because myriad is really thousands. You know, I don't know. We can say amid a multitude of ancient stone. I think we need to say a multitude of ancient stones, right? Something like that. Oops. Amidst the multitude of ancient stones. I think this each bearing the touch of divine is very nice. But I mean, it's a multitude of ancient stones. I like a lot their fingers traced. Like if they are, you know, scanning with their fingers. Their finger traced. I don't know what, but I think their finger traced is very nice. Their finger traced what? The chosen one. Their finger traced the chosen. I mean, it's a multitude of ancient stone. Their finger traced the chosen one. The finger traced the chosen one. Bathed in celestial light, eliminate palpable energy. Our point of anticipation of any inscription of any the sacred knowledge will guide them through the trials. Cascade of emotion goes to their vein, as the finger trace intricate. With reference to the art, they decipher the riddle, unveiling the prophecy. This is now define the chosen one. Yeah, we can say unveiling the prophecy. Unveiling the prophecy of the trials that awaited. Fantastic. I think this is very good. I think this is very good. Any one of you is an English native speaker here? On Ginori, your own planet, the aliens embarked on a pilgrimage seeking divine guidance. In the holy desert, inscribed stone held the key to their future. Amidst a multitude of ancient stone, their finger traced the chosen one, unveiling the prophecy of the trials that awaited. I think it's very nice. Me, unfortunately. What do you mean? Try Bard, it's better. No way, Microsoft is better than Google. Sorry, Microsoft is better than OpenAI. No way. By principle, no. I have Bard anyway. I have it. I try to use it, but... Triple Reality is native English. Okay, so you should tell me if this flows well or not, right? You should tell me if this flows well or it flows bad. But I think it flows very good. I like it. Okay. By the way, Phoenix, thank you a lot for the Patreon. I've seen that you became a Patreon recently, right? I don't remember if I thanked you already, but if I did, I thank you again. Thank you. So, okay, so the second drawing is showing. So the second scene, we can say the second scene. The second scene is showing... What is the second scene? The second scene is showing the 3 trials, right? It's showing the 3 trials. So the second scene is showing... is describing... the 3 trials, right? I think I can even give him the text that we have now, and just say make it better. No? Maybe. The second scene is describing the 3 trials. Let's see what it says. Let's see what he's saying. In the annals of time, the aliens venture forth, the spirit aflame with determination, and the frozen trial back. And the first trial, hidden in the bowels of art. Hidden in the bowels of art. Is it true or not? Actually, no one knows. I think we never defined where it was. Yes, we said in the bowels of art here. Okay, we said that in the web page, so this is why he knows. That is why he knows. So okay. So they were presented with 3 trials. Trace the trial awaited. I think I have to keep this. They were well, I don't know if they were presented. Sounds like in the annals of time, the spirit of flame determination. The first trial, hidden within the bowels of art, tested, resolved, the sought an unknown relic. Through labyrinthine passage, navigated through the great sky, cannot reveal itself, a mystical stone. Pulsating with divination power. I don't think it should be after years, by the way. The first rally within the bowels of art has resolved the so an unknown relic. But unknown... let's say a powerful and magical relic. I mean, unknown is not very interesting, that is unknown. Through the labyrinth passage, navigated until the Great Turks revealed itself. A mystical stone pulsated within. After years of exploring those lands, they found a great stone of magic with the power to divine the future. This miraculous rock would come to be known as the Great Turquoise of Ginori. Well, I think through labyrinthine passages is not bad, but I'm not really that. Describe how aliens found the relic of the Great Turquoise of Ginori. Amidst the labyrinth depth of art, the aliens embarked on a perilous quest guided by whispering knowledge relic with unwavering determination. They delve into the treacherous darkness. Jeez, I can anticipate. It's too long, bro. I always have to say, like, in a short paragraph, otherwise... The Great Turquoise of Ginari, a mystical artifact is performed the center of the cell and the power to unlock hidden truths. With reverence, the alien embraced this present feeling, possessing energy flow to the very beginning. The stone whispering secret for the final resolve, igniting the spirit in fire. The Great Turquoise became the guiding light. It's too long, bro. Nearly within 50 words. In the labyrinth depths, the alien discovered a chamber ablaze of mystical radiance. Within the bowels of art, tested resolved the soul with powerful magical relic. Okay. I think in the labyrinthine depths, I think I like this phrase. In the labyrinth depths, I like the mystical radiance, whatever. The labyrinth depths. I don't think we should say the aliens again. Oh yes. Well, the aliens discover a chamber ablaze with mystical radiance. I like ablaze with mystical radiance. I like. This miraculous rock would come to be known. I think this miraculous rock is very nice. This miraculous rock would come to be known as the Great Turquoise. I think this part is good. We can leave it as it is. I think this part is good. We can leave it as it is. Okay. Okay, now the second part, but I need it very short. The second part, so this is maximum 30 words. They have to fight the... So basically they learn how to use it. They learn how to use it, and they use it to counter the sandstorm. So in the second trial, the aliens have to learn how to use the divination powers of the Great Turquoise and deceive, no, and I don't know, and in the second trial the aliens have to learn how to use divination powers of the Great Turquoise and avoid, I don't know if you can avoid a sandstorm, it's impossible, right? You cannot avoid a sandstorm, but you can limit the damages and limit the damages of a powerful sandstorm. Can you write a paragraph? Can you describe this? Can you describe this in maximum 50 words? As the restless sandoms rage, the aliens harness the divination power of the great turquoise. With focused determination, they wove into the newfound ability, shielding their own from destruction. Guided by visions, they navigated the tempest, emerging and scattered the spirit of... yes and no. Can we have someone from the aliens? Can we have a name? Significant person tracking. Pantel Firgal, the first ruler of Idla, led the alien Enki war. I need someone before this. I need someone before. Okay, we can also avoid the name. I think it's not a big problem. Anyways, hundreds of years ago, so we'd probably not, you know, very relevant anyway. I mean, it would be dead, but I think it's okay. If you have good tents, they can negate the damage. Yeah, but I would like this turquoise for some reason to help the sandstorm. I would like the turquoise to be used. So the aliens welded the relic power and saw the second trial. The aliens welded the relic power and saw the second trial. A huge and terrible sense which would have strong. I would like to. I mean, did they learn about it and they use its power to destroy it or to? The last successful with focused determination they were. So what they did. So they had to learn how to use the, I already told it, but how to use the divination power of the turquoise, and they had to learn how to use the divination power of the turquoise and use its powers to dissipate the sandstorm. Why not? To dissipate the sandstorm through an even more powerful spell or whatever. To power spell. Can you describe this? Maximum 50 words. Harnessing the great turquoise divination power, the aliens delve deep into the ancient wisdom. With mastery attained, they unleash the spell of formidable might, channeling the turquoise energy to quell the ravaging sandstorm. This is pretty good actually. So we can say harnessing the great turquoise divination powers. Harnessing the great turquoise, I think it's not bad. Harnessing the great turquoise divination powers. They learned about the second trial. A huge and terrible sandstorm. You see, this huge and terrible is kind of me. It's kind of me typing stuff in English, you know, using just the words that you usually use, right? So it's not. So these two words, huge and terrible, I think are very simple words, but that's just because my English is like that. By, like, for example, ravaging, right? Ravaging sandstorm, I think is much more, you know, is much better. So I think that the AI is using more elaborate and interesting words than me, right? So that's exactly why I need the AI to help me to write this. So harnessing, for example, also harnessing. I would have never used harnessing the great turquoise divination powers. I would have never used this, right, myself. I would have said like using the great turquoise divination power, right? Learn about the second trial, a huge and terrible sandstorm which would have destroyed a ravaging. We can say a ravaging. What ravaging exactly means, by the way? It is destroying stuff, huh? Yeah. Exactly. So we can say a terrifying ravaging sandstorm. Can you be terrifying and ravaging at the same time? A terrifying and ravaging sandstorm. Terrifying and ravaging sandstorm. Yes, you can. Okay. Harnessing the great gravitation power to learn about a second trial. Terrifying and ravaging sandstorm. Which would have destroyed their housing if it were not for the great turquoise. Coming to their city, to their whatever. A terrifying and ravaging storm coming to their city. With the mastery attained, they unleash the spell of formidable might, channel turquoise energy to quell the ravaging. Yeah, I think I like this. With mastery attained, they unleash the spell of formidable might, channeling the turquoise energy to quell. Maybe I can use ravaging here and I can avoid using it there, so it's terrifying here and then it becomes ravaging here, so that we use the two words, you know, in different places. I think it's probably better than double down on the first part, right? Okay.
Ready for some fun?
Kerrigan, huh? Kerrigan. Where is Kerrigan these days? Where is she? Didn't see her much. I saw her a bit in Heroes of the Storm, but then, you know, today, I mean, these days is all about Lilith and just about Lilith. But I think that Kerrigan will return. I'm sure Kerrigan will return. Okay, the final trial would see their crops sustain all aliens becoming toxic with widespread infection, but thanks to the knowledge found already. Yeah, exactly. This one, for example, is shit, right? This one is shit, really. Now, what? Now we need to describe the third trial, where the final trial will see their crops sustain all day, blah 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 blah. Can you describe this in maximum 50 words? As their life-sustaining crops succumbed to insidious infection, the aliens called upon the knowledge gleaned from the... Gleaned? What the hell is gleaned? Today is English learning. Okay. Really?
Gleaned.
I never heard of that. Never ever. Okay, gleaned from the relic. With tireless determination, they delved into healing art, crafting remedy to cure the blight. Their expertise triumphed. By the way, where is this turquoise thingy now? Because I'm pretty sure they brought it to Iliacum, no? Where is that thing? There must be somewhere. Do we have it? Do we have it in our land? I mean, it must be there somewhere. Pam 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 pam. As the life-sustaining crops are coming in seed infection, the alien called upon the knowledge from the relic which started dissemination to delve into mining art, crafting examining to the blight. Gleaned means learned. Yeah, from the dictionary means, at least in Italian, is more like gathering. Like gather, right? Like if it's been gathered. not learned. I mean, learned, but like gathered from different places. Like, no, gleaned seems to be more like gathering, at least in Italian. In fact, in Italian, it's the same. Is the same translation. I have seen no turquoise item anywhere in my traveling of the maps. I think we need it. I think we need one item per homeworld to be brought to Iliacum and be meaningful in the main plot. Right? I just gave you a spoiler, by the way, but yeah, we absolutely need that. So we have this great turquoise, which for sure we need to get. We have for the Enki, we have that staff of Garruk, right? For the stone hammer, actually for the stone, so yeah, I need something like that anyway. I need something like that. Must be like that, but guys, it must be like that. The problem is that we don't have it for every. Well, we have heroes. Okay, let's try to explore a bit this idea. I think it's a great idea, but I need to understand one thing. I need to understand one thing. I need to understand one thing, guys. I don't care too much if it's a spoiler, because anyway I can change it anytime. So so for the Kleros, I'm doing first the one that I remember and the one that I know. I think for the Kleros must be this guy, right? There is a guy, this Vestandid Creeks, right? There is the first guy that went through the portal. I think we need to have a piece of his armor, or we need to have a piece of his armor or something, or a bracer or whatever of this guy. I don't know why. We have to decide what, but it should be an item of this guy. It must be an item of this guy. For the Dermorians, I think it must be an holy symbol of nature, or something like that. Wait. Yeah, it must be a plant. Must be a seed of plants or something. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Must be a seed of a plant, seed of plant or 3 or something. Must be. Hello, in case you want to localize your project to native Spanish, I can do it. Yeah, localization is a mess in our game. We have localized in the past the UI. right? So we have localized the client. So like when he says play, you can say giocare or jouer or whatever. I don't know in Spanish. I don't remember. But anyway, you can say that. But then the localization of the text inside the game is very complex because at the moment a lot of the text is in books and in quest. And localizing books can be kind of okay, but localizing quest is really complex. Apart of it's too much. We have like 500 quests. So 500 quests, consider each one is about 2 or 3 pages of text. So it's like thousands of pages of text, right? So it will be an impossible job, and we will change them. So I don't know if in the future, you know, automatic translation is a thing, we could automatically translate, but I think the only solution is automatic translation because we have too much text in the game. Outside the game, meaning the UI, yeah, the UI, yes. The UI, yes. Thank you for the offer. It can be localized. It can be localized. So the Nolthrir, for the Nolthrir, it should not be too hard. I think that it will be the light that they use. Yeah, that would be very, very nice. If it could be the light, this light. For the Nolthrir, I think it could be this light. Where is it? Now, I don't know exactly how they can bring it home, but anyway. Or they bring it through the fish, the actual fish, or they bring it through... through a spell, you know? Through a spell that is similar to that. I have to think about it. That's one option. Another option... Another option... Another option... Another option... Another option... There is a story of an elven race which left their homeworld for another world through a portal. No. I don't want you to tell me that thing. I'm teaching you. Don't want you to say anything. Just learn. Shut up. Okay. I want them to carry over the portal one item which will be particularly useful in the future. It should be it can be anything, but should hold some magical or unique properties. Right? Can you describe 5 possibilities for those items? I think before this I need to explain him who are the Nolthrir actually. Wait, let me explain him who are the Nolthrir. The Nolthrir are... why? The Nolthrir are... Do you have ideas, guys, on what can be... the Noltrid are this. Don't generate anything. I'm not asking you to generate anything. I'm not asking you to generate anything. I'm asking you to read. I'm asking you to read. Stop. I want them to carry over the portal. I want them to carry over the magic portal. You know what is the biggest problem of the Null 3 Restory? Is that the portal is actually underwater. So when they pass through, in theory, they bring water into the labyrinths. Through the portal, not over. To carry through. But I think this guy can understand, but thank you. He's becoming Superman of the Flash, what? When you carry through the magic portal one item which will be particularly useful in the future, can be anything, but should also magical and unique property. Can you describe 5 possible items? Okay, let's see. The Tide Collar Conch. What the hell is the Tide Collar Conch, really? This beautifully crafted conch shells all the essence of the ocean. Wait. This beautifully crafted conch shells all the essence of the ocean with it. When blown, it emits a powerful melodic sound that resonates with the sea itself. The sound can summon and control water, allowing an altar to manipulate tides. Wow, create water barriers. Oh my god, and even call forth powerful aquatic creatures. Holy shit, I like it already. Is it a necklace or is it a... What the fuck is a conch? Conch. A large spiral shell. Okay. So a shell, eh? An egg. An egg of what? An egg of a reptile? Like a sea serpent? Sounds a bit weird. Okay, generated the Tide Color Conch, or generated the Prism of Reflection. This small shimmering prism holds the ability to bend and reflect lights with an illustrative way. When activated, it creates as an illusion of invisibility. And illusions of invisibility. The AI fucked up. The AI fucked up. The AI fucked up. An illusion of something invisible is pretty tough to obtain, right? Because it's invisible. Well, unless it means that the illusion is that you are invisible. Okay, maybe. Allowing an altar to camouflage themselves and surround to the environment gives them advantage in stealth and deception. The Coral Staff of Healing. No, we cannot have a staff. A staff crafted from enchanting coral, this magical item adds the healing of the energy of the sea when used in meet a soaring aquamarine glow, blah 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 blah. The Pearl of Telepathy. Apart from telepathy, we can have a pearl, why not? We can have a pearl inside a shell. Which is the light, which can be the light that they use. Even if in the story is described a bit differently, but it's fine. This Luminous Pearl possesses the ability to establish a telepathic... I think it's decided, by the way. Yeah, it will be a pearl. Will be a shell. It will be a shell. It will be a shell with a pearl that, or anyway, another gem or whatever. But let's say a pearl that will be... that they carried over and they used to bring light underwater. They have what? They have. In reality, they don't need it. They have infravision or night vision. They don't have. They have night vision. They have night vision anyway. I don't know. I see a sea serpent. It would be active guard at Concha idea. Yeah, but the sea serpent. I mean, everyone appears in the labyrinth, right? Everyone appears in the labyrinth. So when you are in the labyrinth, the sea serpent will immediately die. So you mean that they bring an egg and then they go down 7 levels to reach the sea and they put it in the sea and it lives there? No, it's too long, it's too complex, it's too far away. Unless is an egg that can live in a river, but because we have sweet water, we have not salty water in the dome, so it cannot be an egg. I mean, it can be an egg, but it must be of a creature that lives in a river. And actually, and where they left, they left from under the sea. So, are there other? Well, we can invent what we want, right? Because we are in a fantasy world. But are there other shells that create gems, or is only the pearl that is created? Why only pearl exist? Are there other shells creating gems or pearls? We can invent anything anyway. I think it is a bit too typical, you know. I don't think I like it. I don't think I like. It's too typical. It's too stereotyped, right? It's too stereotyped. But at the same time, the fact that it contains, they may contain a magical item, I think is pretty good. It is incredible, by the way, if you think about it. If you think about it, it's pretty incredible that there is a pearl inside such a thing. It's pretty insane, huh? But anyway, because I would like that is something that can be brought and at the same time it can be lost, to be found again, you know, to be found again. So the easiest obviously is any piece of equipment, right, that any of the people going through the portal have, and that's fine. Like we said, an item from this guy, right? Because this guy is a famous guy. But it cannot be a fish. It would be nice if it would be a fish or a sea serpent, but they get out in the labyrinth, so they would immediately die. So it must be something that is dead. It cannot be something that is alive. Cannot be something that is alive. I would say Because the seed can leave, right? The seed can leave if you plant it, and it can leave, you know, as much time as you want. So the seed can leave. Even if they plant it in the stone labyrinth somewhere, I think it's fine. But another creature, unless is a ground creature, not a sea creature, I don't think it can leave. A pearl would fit in my ideas for a quest. No, I really would like to tie, you know, this guy, this fish, which is, by the way, the fish that brings them to the new area where they can live, and is pretty deep into the sea. And so this is why I was thinking to something that is emitting light, because basically their story is that they had to move from an area where it was very, very polluted, and the mud was taking over their waters and whatever. And then they reach, you know, this new place, but you see the fish is still here, so people may remember this fish, and then they find the exit. Right? This guy has 2 flowers in his hand. I don't know why. I know. I think it's the cloth. Is the cloth that he has that has these 2 things. I really would like to be something that shades light. Can be a pearl. I don't think it's maybe without a shell though. I think the big fish could have given them stuff. I can test many other voices. Ula is sending me stuff. Testing text to voice AI with aliens. Text to voice.
Aliens. The aliens believe they were the first men to see the blue sun. Their robust and well-proportioned body gives them the opportunity to work in all arts. Aliens.
It's bad, Hula. It's super bad. It doesn't have any inspiration or any human touch.
The aliens believe they were the first men to see the blue sun. Their robust and well-proportioned body gives them the opportunity to work in all arts. Aliens are a practical and disciplined race.
No way.
The aliens believe they were the first men to see the blue sun. Their robust and well-proportioned body gives them the opportunity to work in all arts. Aliens are a practical and disciplined.
The last one is not too bad. The last one is a bit better, Hula. It's not perfect, but it's not too bad. The first 2 are super bad. I mean, are completely unusable. Completely unusable. But the last one is not too bad. Okay, I think I'm pretty much sold on this. I don't know exactly how it will reach, right? How it will reach us, but somehow it will. Somehow it will. Now, if we have to go Stonehammer, Lemur, and Stone... I mean, Kran and Lemur probably will not bring anything because they're already in this world. But if we have to go Stonehammer... that's a very good question. I think there is nothing in the Stonehammer history that sparks an interest or an idea. I think we can ask the AI later on when we go Stonehammer. I think we can go later on. Okay, but I think this is a good idea. I think I will do it. Maybe the Lemur can bring something from Kadaikos. And the Diaboli... I have to think about it. The biggest problem will be the Kran. And I think probably the only thing that the Kran can bring is their own body. Like a Kran itself. But... I have just chosen a small part of voices and soft. I think a magical pearl is okay. I think a magical pearl is okay. Yeah, we will have to ask. You know that Lexica went commercial, eh? It's not possible anymore to generate. If you generate, I think he's asking you money. Probably now is allow me to? Yeah, maybe depending on the number that you generated. A tool for the Stonehammer. GG. GG! The eye is gone. Okay, we will think to that later on. But no, why I'm thinking about it, because I think that if we have to change this text to suggest that they got something, right, would be nice to have it in the... But we can have it discovered through quest, so that's fine. Clan have lost members that was buried when the stalagmite fell and they built their city over. Yeah, but we cannot move the city to find the guy. we cannot dig under the city. The city will crumble down. Okay, let's go back to what we were doing. What? I changed this one. Now I changed it. Did I open multiple? No. Okay, so we were on the alien history. I think up to here we are good. Hardness in the great to quest divination power, learn about the second trial to refine the coming to the city. With the mastery attained, they unleash the spell from the might challenge to quest energy to gather ravage in sandstone. Perfect. That is fantastic. I love it. The final trial. Okay, so now we are in the final trial. So the final trial, blah blah blah. Can you describe this in maximum 50 words? Amidst the devastating blight, the alien life-sustained crops wither, poison, and a rampant infection. Yet armed with the wisdom bestowed by the relic, they unleash their healing prowess. To relentless toil, they vanquish the toxin, reviving the once... reviving their once toxic lands. What do you mean? They were toxic already? And they revived their toxic land? What do you mean? Or you mean that they were toxic now, but once? I don't know. And secure evolution future for their kin. And miss the devastating blight. Blight. The aliens' life-sustaining crops. The aliens' life-sustaining crops. The final trial. The final trial brought a devastating blight. Brought a devastating blight where the aliens' life-sustaining crops withered, poisoned by ramps and infection. Yet armed with the wisdom bestowed by the relic, they unleash their healing prowess. I don't like this part. Can you propose another one? Another description, still with maximum 50 words. Hello, Super 3D Craft. Hi. Beneath the shroud of dread, the vital crop succumbed into a venomous blight. Armed with the relic wisdom. Is this armed with the relic wisdom that I don't really like? The alien waged a relentless battle against the toxic plague. Through unwavering determination, their curative art triumphed, resurrecting the poisoned lands and preserving the soul of their people. I mean, it's better than what we have, right? It's better than this, but we can say armed with the relic wisdom. Their curative arts triumphed. Resurrecting seems to be too much though. I would say healing their poisoned lands and preserving the sustenance of their people. Like this I think is better. Okay, it's a lot of text, It's a lot of text. It's a lot of text, but you know the 3 trials anyway. I mean, if you have to explain them, you cannot go shorter than this, or it's not becoming any of any interest, you know. So I think yeah, we need at least this text. It's a bit long, so it's like if this is a full screen, right? Revitalizing, reviving, revitalizing, reviving. Do you prefer that to healing? The gleaned, now I know the gleaned from before. Reviving, revitalizing. Revitalizing I think is okay. Okay, then the next scene is about is about the corruption of the water. I think this part is pretty good, by the way. Having overcome their trials, they return to the holy desert, searching for new message from the god. I think this one, I mean, searching for new messages from their gods is something that I wrote. I can recognize it. So I think it is a bit too simple phrased. Having overcome their trials. Let me see what the AI says. The next scene is this. Can you describe it? Can you describe it? Max, it is more than 50 words for sure, by the way. This one is longer, is like 70 or so. Triumphant Ned is ardent, the alien venture back to the sacred deserts. Return to their holy deserts. To their sacred, I think sacred is nice. To their sacred desert. Yearning? What the hell is yearning? Yeah, there are some words that I really don't know. Ah, okay. Yeah, the problem is that if we use words that are not very common, people that are not native English, they will not understand what it means. Desiring greatly. Desiring divine. I think yearning in theory is good, but I think I don't know how much is used. Is it used a lot? I never used it personally. It's common enough. Okay. Having overcome their trails, the aliens return to their sacred desert. Yearning for divine guidance. What I would like to express here, you know, this however, I think is bad. I mean, it should really not be however, meaning that the fact, so the message I want to convey is that there was something going on. There was not just about their trials, but there was something going on in the world. There was anyway unavoidable, right? And they had any way to accept, right? To accept that it was the way it was, and even take it as an additional signal that they had to move on, right? So to me, this should be an additional signal, not an however, right? Not like on the contrary of what they were thinking, right? So this however is super bad. I mean, I can just remove it and saying, you know. I would say, you know, like as an additional signal, right? As an additional message. Without for, yearning divine guidance. Okay. The oasis they depended on for survival were transformed and basically gave force winds cut the desert and covered the rocks. The prophecies were etched with where the prophecies were etched with ash eroding the writings. The waters and the. I think I like this, but I don't like this. I really don't like this. How is in the real story? I mean, in the one, I can change it, by the way. I don't want that to be in contrast with. I want it to be reinforcing. Yeah, in fact, I think here there is no however. Yeah, exactly. There is no however here. Exactly. Perfect. Fantastic. So at least I'm consistent with myself, which is good. Yeah, because this text has been manipulated by other people. Bro! Look at this. Look. So is with or without? Is with or without? The AI added the 4. And the dictionary is saying that it needs the 4. Fergus. So how do we do? What do we do? We put it in or not? Tell me. Tell me what I should do. So the Oasis that depended on survival were transformed as blistering force. So the Oasis that they depended on for survival were transformed. I think it should be yearning 4. Okay. So it's 2 versus 1. So it's AI plus tripped on reality versus Fergus. So it's 2 versus 1. We use the 4. The Oasis they depended on for survival were transformers. Blistering gate force could win the desert and cover the rocks with. I think it's too long. Okay, it is really too long. Let me say simply, the Oasis were transformed, right? The Oasis were transformed with blistering gale. What? Blistering gale force winds coat the desert. Isn't this a bit too many knowns in one sequence? Blistering gale force winds. Gale force wind. Ah, force as a verb. What? I don't know, I'm confused. I'm confused about this phrase. There seems to be too many knowns. Yes, also in Italian is wrong. There are too many knowns in that phrase. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Gale force wind is an English phrase based on strength of the wind. So it's like an adjective. It's like an adjective. So it's gale force winds. So it's blistering gale force wind. I think it's too much, bro. I mean, I think it's too complex. No. Blistering winds. Impetuoso. But the problem is not that it's impetuoso, that it's blistering. The problem is that were etched with ashes. I don't know if they have to be etched with ashes. I mean, the point is that they are eroding the writings, yes. I don't know, I don't like this phrase. I think this phrase is broken. It's not saying what I want to say. This phrase is completely broken. I don't know, it doesn't convey what I want to convey. The winds of change that ravage the Aussie, shrouding prophetic inscription at ash. So I think this shrouding prophetic inscription in ash, I think is not bad. I think I kind of like it. Exactly. This is pretty good. So maybe we can say the Aussies were transformed with blistering winds. Let's just say blistering winds. Why is scored and not scoring? The Aussie were because it's the past. The Aussie were transformed with blistering winds, scored the desert, and covered the rocks where the prophecies were etched with ash, eroding the writings. I think I like the eroding, by the way. Enshrouding prophetic inscriptions in ash, eroding the writings. I think we can keep both, because this is the message I want to say. Like, you have to think like the writings are getting, you know, slowly removed. Wait. Can you put this phrase in proper English? Fuck. It's mostly used with a number for strength of the wind. Inscription in sand, not ash. It is a death or not a fight. No, because ash is a common. Ash is a common element in all the history. I mean, maybe it doesn't come out that strong, but actually it's a magical thing. It must be ash. It must be burned something. The Aussies underwent a transformation as blistering winds swept across the desert, scoring its the Aussies underwent a transformation as blistering winds swept across the desert, scoring its surface and shrouding the face inscription in a layer of ash, gradually eroding the second. Yeah, I think this is much better, by the way. What we have here is a bit long, so maybe I will shorten it a bit, but I think it's fine. The Aussies underwent a transformation. But underwent a transformation, I don't know. I think the Aussies were transformed. I mean, when they came back, they found them that way. The Aussies were transformed. Blistering winds swept across the decks, scoring surface and shrouding a perfect inscription in a layer of ash, gradually eroding. Okay, perfect. Like, this is okay. Let's not make it a science project. It's fine. The water with the Aussies were tainted black and became vicious with the hot ash. And again, this is too long. I don't think we care, really. Ranch's gases coming from beneath and those drank this water with my... I think it's too long. No one cares. No one cares. What I want to say is that... I mean, it's fine that the waters of the Aussies were tainted black. I think it's okay up to here. But with tainted black, maybe we can say with hot ash. Giving another sign that the time had come. So basically what I want to say is that there was another signal from the gods that they had to go, right? That they had to go. There was another signal from the gods that they had to go. The waters of the others were tainted black with hot ash, giving another sign that the time had come for them to go. For them to look at their future. And this is too long. I think that this one we just remove it. The waters of the water of the earth were tainted black with all ash, giving another sign. Giving another sign. I think this giving is very bad. Giving another sign the time had come. Can you rephrase this? The pristine water of the oasis turned black, tainted by the scorching ash. The pristine water. Yeah, the pristine water I kind of like. Yeah, the pristine waters is nice. The pristine waters of the oasis turned black, tainted by the scorching ash, serving as yet another profound omen. I think the first part is good, and the second is a bit too much. Serving as yet another profound omen, signaling the arrival of a pivotal moment. The one slave was that were standing with the purity corruptible seen as this ominous transformation served as a poignant indicator that the fateful hour had finally arrived. Yeah, the fateful hour has finally arrived is very nice. Indicate, we can say as a sign. As a sign, the fateful hour had finally arrived. Can you say this? Is it proper English or no? The pristine waters of the oasis turned black, tainted by the scorching ash. As a sign, the fateful hour had finally arrived. Is it okay? I'm not completely sure about as a sign, the fateful hour. I'm not sure about this part. As a sign, the fateful hour has arrived. Is that okay? Okay, then if you say it's okay, I continue. And this is you could remove as a sign the fateful hour has arrived. Okay. Yeah, because you know what is the problem? That in Italian, in the way you construct a phrase in Italian, is a lot of those propositions in between, right? So for us, it's very easy. I mean, 99% in Italian we say the house of Talad, right? We say this. So 99%. So we say like the house of Talad, right? While maybe you say, Talad house, right? We don't say Talad house. It doesn't exist in Italian, right? So this kind of contraption doesn't exist. Doesn't exist in Italian. So we tend the majority of the time to use the, or to use of, or to use as, because we use it very, very often in our language, pretty much every time, right? And while in English, usually, sometimes the phrase is constructed in a way that is more compact, right? Is more compressed, right? And we don't have a way to do that. So we, on the contrary, usually we try to make our phrases more elaborate, right? So we need to make our phrase more complex and not simpler. So in my English, even if I try, very often I add, like, you see the number of the that I have here? Well, even if this was generated by the AI anyway, but you get the point, right? Maybe that's not exactly the case, but that's how it is. Okay, so in the next scene, so that scene is this. The scene is this. So the sky is completely black. There is this weird stuff coming out of the water. I mean, if you remember this one, right? It's the same place, right? It's the same place. It's just that it became like this, right? Right. So, frantically searching for answers, the alien find one last inscription. We guided them away from the black waters into a hidden part of the desert, a glimmering ash of hope, blah, blah, blah. This is not bad, I think, but let me see. Can you describe this maximum 50 words? In their desperate quest, I don't think you should be desperate, even if frantically, I think it's... But anyway, in their desperate quest, the alien discovered the final inscription that led them away from the tainted waters toward the concealed realm within the desert. A spark of hope ignited as they ventured through a mountain arch. A beacon beckoning toward the promise of a new path. I think I like more the glimmer of hope appear on the mountain arch, by the way. Frantically searching for answers, the alien found one last inscription. We guided them away from the black waters and into found one last inscription. Found one last readable. Because we said that, you know, all the inscriptions were like covered in ash and eroded, and frantically searching for answers, the aliens found one last readable inscription which guided them away from the black waters and into I don't know why we have to say that we guided them away from the black waters. I think it's not very relevant. Into a concealed realm, into a hidden part of the desert. Guided them to a hidden part of the I think I would like this to be, because okay, the picture is this, right? The picture is this. The picture is this. I'm not very happy about this drawing, but anyway, that's what we have. I think this background part is too simple and too bad, but anyway. And that portal is pretty bad, by the way. Yeah, not all the pictures have the same, not all the illustrations have the same quality, unfortunately. Frantically searching for answers. So in the desperate quest, the alien found one last readable inscription that led them away. I think that led them is better, eh? That led them to a hidden part. That led them to a hidden part or concealed. Concealed is better than hidden. Concealed is better than hidden, probably, yeah? Because hidden is something you do, while concealed is something that nature can do. I don't know. Concealed, yeah, probably yes. Concealed part of the desert, right? Concealed part of the desert. Part, I don't know if part is a good word. Concealed area within the desert. I think it's probably better to lead them to a concealed area within the desert, right? A glimmer of hope appeared under a beacon beckoning. A beacon beckoning, I really don't like it. Sounds so bad. A glimmer of hope appeared under the mountain arch. I think this is okay. This one, I will approve it. Approved! How can I make it? How can I... Where is the color here? There is no color. Ah! Pain. It's not the same red, no. Okay, this seems to be the same red. Okay, frantically searching for how to get to the portal. Passing through the portal. Passing through the portal is this picture here. Passing through the portal is this picture here. Is this picture here. This is the arch. There is whatever. By the way, there is a transition on this thing. They appear, you say? They appear. Do you recognize the people? Okay, so there's to the magnificent portal with dazzling flickering light. The aliens had hope for their survival. The god spoke through an inscription describing a way of salvation. Again, the inscription. The inscription is gone. The inscription was here. The god spoke through an inscription describing a way of salvation on a place through the portal. I don't know if I like that. In the next scene, this happens. This happens. Can you describe it in a maximum 50 words? Before them, yeah, I think before them is better. Eh? Before them stood a magnificent, stood a resplendent portal, emanating mesmerizing, flickering light. Emanating mesmerizing? Stood a magnificent portal with dazzling, flickering light. With mesmerizing. I like mesmerizing. With mesmerizing, flickering light. Before them stood a magnificent portal with mesmerizing, flickering light. Flickering purple light. Flickering light, okay. Hope surged with the heart of the aliens. Yes, I think we should say that. Hope surged with either is better than this. Hope surged within the hearts of the alien. For their God whispered through the inscription, revealing a path of deliverance. No, what is that? Hope surged within the heart of the aliens. As you don't like it, huh? I like as. Their God spoke through the inscription describing a way of salvation for them, revealing a path of deliverance, a new land awaited beyond the portal, a sanctuary where they could forge a fresh destiny. Their God spoke through an inscription. The obstacles within their lands. The obstacles within the aliens. Matching. Can we say matching the last inscription? The last inscription prediction? No, inscription prediction doesn't sound very good. The last inscription revelation. Hope surged within the art of the matching the last inscription revelation. A place, a way of salvation for them after all. After all, okay, after all, because they had the trials and all of that. After all, a place through the portal where they could settle a new land, I don't know. Where they could forge a fresh destiny. Well, yeah, where they could forge is much better. Where they could forge what? Fresh destiny? No. A better future. A better future and settle. Do you say settle a new land or do you say settle in a new land? Settle in, no? Settle a new land. Settle a new land. Settle a new land. It's pretty much the same. Let's say settle in Italian is more that, you know, the land is kind of already there and you just join. You just join a land that is there. While settle a new land is stronger and is like that you are colonizing. You are like it feels stronger, like you are really colonizing something. So I will keep settle in. I mean, they are not, I mean, they are colonizing actually, but they are not creating the land themselves, so. Okay, approved. Oh my god, it took me how much? There is one race out of 9. Oh my god. Fuck. It took me 2 hours. It took me 2 hours to do this. I'm exhausted already. I'm exhausted already. Shit. Okay. Okay, I think it is final. It is final. I don't want to change it anymore. For the next 40 years will be like this. Well, maybe not 40 years, but 10 years. Okay. Dermorians. This is the tale of the Dermorians. Those proud Nemoric race lived in harmony with nature in Dermoria. What a lush and fertile land, from his huge plain to lush verdant forest, from the edges of the sea, always on the move. There is something that I did not write myself, it looks like. Because the way it's written is not me. So I think someone else did this, which is okay. It just needs to be approved or you know, finalized. So, I mean, we need to understand if we like it. If it's too long, it seems to me is a bit too long. I mean, this piece is a bit too long. Forest in drought, ashes. No, this is not true. Wait, that is wrong, huh? Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. It starts with a nice land. It doesn't start with a bad one. Exactly. Why we say? Okay, the title of this is wrong. No. There is a wrong title, boys. There is a nice forest, and Dermorians living happily. So that's the. So it's not that the thing is gone bad already. So this is the tale. I don't know if I like this is the tale, but because in theory is you know, that is you are born and you just go through the history, right? You go through the history yourself. So it's not a tale or anything. It should not be a tale. It should be what is happening to you right now. You are just fast forwarding in time, but I don't like this is the tale, really. It's not a tale. Okay. We need to teach this guy about the Dermorians. We need to teach this guy about the Dermorians. How did we do it? I'm creating a fantasy MMO called Plane Shift in a medieval setting as a fantasy race like Elf Dwarfs. I already created drawing for the background story. Right now I want to create some text associated. I think it is completely useless. I want to describe the background story of the races. I want to say explaining in an epic and intriguing way. Explained in a explained. Want to describe the backstory of the race? Explained in an epic and intriguing way. For this, I need to learn the background of the races. Of the race. Of the Dermorians. Dermorians, one of the races. Okay. So this is what we tell. This is what we tell to the AI. And then I don't know what he's going to answer to this, because this is just saying, okay, this is inventing stuff, but you should not invent stuff. I want you to read. I want you to read all of this. Dermorians. So I can say, here is. Come on. Here is the description of the Dermorians. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Read all of that, bitch. Don't have to generate anything. Wait, I'm still teaching you. I'm still teaching you. Don't answer. I'm still teaching you. Don't answer. I'm still teaching you. I apologize. Please continue teaching me about the demonics ability to learn. Great. Okay. Now that you learned all of this, okay, now that you learned all of this about the Dermorians, now that you learned all of this, I want you to help me in okay, so the first scene, now that you learned about them, I want you to help me on creating a short description about 50 words, describing this part of the story. Describing this part of the story. Go! Go, AI! Go! I believe in you! I believe in you, little AI. Witness the tale of the... Witness the tale. Yeah, this tail... I have to remove this freaking tail. Yeah, he took the tail because I said tail, but I should have removed it. Witness the tale of the Dermorians. Nomadic race in harmonious communication with nature in Dermoria. Vast plains, lush forests, and abundant sea adorn their existence. Guided by Xiosia, they got... No, they cannot be guided by Xiosia. Why did Xiosia here? Yeah, that's why I didn't wrote this, right? Someone else wrote this. We are in the homeworld. Xiosia does not exist. Xiosia does not exist. It's impossible that Xiosia is here. In the... At least in the history. Yeah, so religion, yes, but... Exactly, when they enter the portal. But before, there is no way. Yeah, so whoever wrote this text had no idea what he was doing. We can just say the Dermorians was proud nomadic race living in harmony with nature in Dermoria. Witness the race in harmony community with nature. In harmony with nature. Bah, in Dermoria, who cares? What a lush fertile land of huge plains of lush verdant forest. Yeah, vast plains, lush forest, and abundant sea adorn their existence. Maybe we made it a bit too short. I don't know. Always on the move. Huh? Nah, no way. Vast plains, lush forests, and abundant seas adorn their existence. Okay. Guided by Xiosia, the goddess of nature, they trusted in her blessing. I mean, obviously cannot be Xiosia. Yet, tragedy strikers draw plague their land, heralding ominous... No, bro. Why you went one forward? Because here we already mention it. Here we already mention it, but in reality it's not in the picture, so I don't think we should. I don't think we should mention it yet. I mean, in this picture, I would like just to be happy, a happy picture. Alas, not all was well, as tragedy unfolding with season after season. No. Tragedy after a few seasons of easy dry was exactly. This is right because this is the one that I wrote. I mean, it's fine to say that we had few seasons of drought is okay, but I want the first screen to be a happy screen, okay? I don't want the first screen to be a negative screen. So vast plains. So the Dermorians was pride nomadic race live in harmony with the Dermorians. The Dermorians. Why we have to start with the? I mean, you are a Dermorian. You choose it in character creation, so you know. Anyway, the Dermorians was pride nomadic race lived in harmony. I mean, it's your race, huh? It's not a race of someone else. Like here we say, you know, Onginori, your own planet. The alien embarks, right? The Dermorians. I don't know why we say was proud nomadic race. You say a proud nomadic race. I mean, it's or your proud, even better, your proud nomadic race, you know? I mean, is you. Yeah, we move from you to there, which is maybe not the best, I don't know. This part is all broken. It cannot be like this. This part is shit. We need to change it. There's no way. Vast plains, lush forests, and abundant that exist. And guided by let me say, can you rephrase it with a maximum of 100 words? Let's make it a bit longer so we have more text to choose from. Embark on the epic cycle of the Dermorian, noble romantic race, embrace the profound bond with nature. A profound bond, I like. Profound bond with nature, I like it. Lived in harmony with nature. I think a profound bond is better. In the realm of Dermoria, vast plains stretch beneath verdant canopy, merging seamlessly in a bountiful sea. Vast plain, lush forest, abundant sea. Bountiful. I like bountiful sea. Well, abundant. Abundant is also nice. Entrusted of the benevolence of the goddess of nature, they thrived in place and wavering faith in their blessings. When nature god, they thrived in their blessing. Okay. Entrusted the benevolence. Entrusted. I think I like this more. Entrusted the benevolence of nature. Nature uppercase. The nature without the goddess of nature. They thrived and placed unwavering faith in their blessings. Okay, that's nice. Up to there, I like it. But all's calamity befell in paradise, yielding a gripper in the land, the audio amazing of dancers, wielding sword, casting shadow upon ancient oak and challenging. Okay, so here we absolutely need to, yeah, we can say, but it's not, it should not be in this picture that explicit. It's something that should come, right? Alas, not all was well. As tragedy unfolded with season after season is too much. As tragedy unfolded, starting with few seasons of drought. I think like this is okay. Why doesn't with a few seasons? Okay. Also, was not well. The tragedy unfolded, starting with a few seasons of drought. And I think that's it. That's it. So that's it. I don't think we want to say more in this first screen. So the first screen should be happy screen. Happy screen. The Dermorians, your proud nomadic race, lived in harmony with nature. Vast plains, lush forests, and abundant sea adorned their existence. Entrusted with the benevolence of nature, they thrived and placed unwavering faith in their blessing. Alice Nodo was yeah, it's a bit too much on the god and a bit too less on the land, though. Can we make the land part a bit longer and lived in harmony with nature? They thrived. Maybe we can do this. We can keep nature in this part of the phrase. The demonics of nomadic race live in harmony with nature. They thrive in place and wavering faith in their blessings. Right? That's fine. And then we start with the land thingy. And so we don't split, right? Vast plains stretch between verdant canopy, merging seamlessly with a bountiful sea. Vast plains, lush forests, abundant sea adorn their existence. That's okay. As and all was well as a tragedy unfolding, starting with a few seasons of the. I don't know if I want to call it tragedy here in this screen. Maybe we can just say not all was well as tragedy is too much, as like something was about to happen, something like that. Something was about to happen. I can say, can you rephrase? Come on. Can you rephrase this and make it less dramatic and remove tragedy and lower the gravity and lower the tone by removing tragedy. I don't know if he understands this. Let's see. Regrettably, not all was harmonious as the realm faced adversity, beginning with a prolonged. Yeah, adversity I think is good. Alas, not was all. Regrettably, not all was. Yeah. I think this is much better. We just need to remove. Regrettably, not all was well. Let's say, as the realm faced adversity, beginning with a. I think it's okay. It's less strong than before because tragedy It's a bit too much. I think it's okay. Okay, so this picture is this picture. Right? And we have a small animation of the deer appearing. Da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. Now the next screen is this. And there is fire, you know, there is fire within the forest. Right? And I don't think I have an animation. Ah, yes, I have an animation. It's pretty good. It's only the fire coming through, you see? I have the fire coming through like that. It's pretty cool anyway. You see the light also here on this... In reality there is already fire in the distance, but anyway. Yeah, like we forgot a piece of light in the wrong layer, but fine. I think it's okay. So I think it's good. Okay, so
simple pleasures for a simple man.
Exactly. Exactly. Pam param pam pam. Pam pam. Okay, so let's do this. You see that here I'm asking to the AI from Unreal Garbage Collection System to MySQL to Dragonlance Tavern Quest to our plane ship stuff. Actually, this one I used it with my Dungeons and Dragons campaign. Okay, so okay, so this one is good, eh? Next scene is this: fire in the forest, destroying villages. This led to a towering inferno which was fueled by that, blah 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 blah, right? So we can say that the next scene is about fire in the forest, destroying villages. This is the description, right? And we can say, can you phrase it? I think 50 maybe is too little. We can go with can you describe it? Can you describe it with a maximum of, let's do 70. 70 words. A towering inferno. This led to a towering inferno fueled by the withered vegetation engulfed the land. The flames raged from the plains to the verdant forest, consuming trees with relentless fury, outpacing the fleeing Dermorians. I think this first part is not bad. But a towering inferno, I don't know. I think it's too much. This led to a towering inferno which was fueled by the dead, dry herbage and spread across the plains. Fueled with withered vegetation. I think I would say this. I would say fueled by withered vegetation, right? Fueled by withered vegetation, engulfed. Wait. Towering inferno is too much. The flames engulf the land. From the plains to the verdant forest. Consuming the trees with relentless fury, outpacing... Holy shit, outplacing. Each tree faster than the more you could flee. And such too many dead did see. Oh my god, is a rhyme. Is a rhyme, boys. No. Consuming the trees. outpacing the fleet in the morning. Lives were lost in tragic numbers. Villages and farms succumbed to devastating blaze. Holy shit. Yeah, but I like it. I like it. Consuming trees with relentless fury, outpacing the fleeing Dermorians. Lives were lost in tragic numbers. Villages and farms succumbed to devastating blaze. In the face of such destruction, some turn away from nature, seeking alternative paths. Where did he get this from? From the description, huh? I think it is enough. Tornado of flames. The only thing I want to say is that I think that we missed the ashes again here, and we need them. I mean, I think no one will ever notice, but I want to put it anyway. Fueled. I don't know why there is this ... Fueled by the withered vegetation, the flame engulfed the land. From the plains to the verdant forest, consuming trees and fuel, opacing the fleet and the Morians. I want to add what we had in the description. It has been completely removed here. I don't know why. Eventually, wait. It's not here, right? Yes, it's here. Tragically, after a few seasons, usually dry weather, some Dermorian notice a black ash swirling through the air and along the ground. I think I need to put this probably in the first chapter, though. Vast plain, lush forest, and abundant. Regrettably, not all was there, as the realm faced adversity. Beginning with a prolonged, regrettably. I don't know if I want to say, tragically after a few seasons, some Dermorians noticed black ashes whirling through the air and along the ground. I think I want to put that. Some Dermorians noticed black ashes whirling through the air and along the ground, through the air. And regrettably, let's say, the realm started to face adversity, beginning with a prolonged period of drought. Okay. So I don't know if the... No, I cannot say this, sorry. It's too much of a spoiler. I cannot say that. I mean, it's not even a spoiler because it's not built, so... But anyway, what I want to say is that this black ash, you know, is in theory is part of each of the background stories somehow, right? Or anyway, there is a recurring theme, right? There is a recurring theme across the history of all the races. Okay. Is this enough? Is this okay? Fueled by the withered vegetation, the flames engulfed the land from the plains of the verdant forest, consuming trees, the relentless fury of parties in the field of more, and lives were lost, a tragic number of village farms. Okay, perfect. And this one is this picture, right? This one is this picture. Okay, then the third picture is this, which I understand is a bit of a weird one, and you may say, what is this guy doing, really? What is this guy doing? I will tell you in a second what this guy is doing. So the third piece is So they adapted to building. I mean, so they adapted. This is absolutely shit. Who wrote this? What do you mean, so they adapted? No one adapted. They separated. Eventually, Great Faith broke out. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So this is the point, right? Suddenly distrustful of nature. Some of the Dermorians began to build a new city of stone and metal, ruled by the leader with no love of a natural war that had betrayed them. These people turned to dark magic and drew a power from destruction of... Exactly. This is what it needs to say. What is this? So we want to arrive up to... We want to arrive up to here. But I don't know, I can just take this text actually, but... I don't know, I think that text is probably better. I think this text is good. I mean, I wrote it, but suddenly distrustful of nature, some of the Demorians began to build a new city of stone and metal, ruled by the leader with no love of natural war that had betrayed them. These people turned to dark magic and they drew power from destruction of vegetation, leaving their plan to see... Exactly. Exactly. This is perfect, actually. The next scene is this. Can you describe it with a maximum of 70 words? Let's say the only thing that I'm doing here with the AI is to get some ideas and just to be sure that the English is correct. Right? So filled with mistrust toward nature, I think it's much better, sudden distrustful of nature, because it's based on what happened, right? Certain Dermorians. I think it should be, I don't know, I like my text more, I don't know. I just like my text more. Suddenly distrustful of nature, certain Dermorian erected a city of stone and metal, governed by a leader devoid of love for the natural war that had betrayed them. Okay, that's perfect. That had betrayed them. Okay. Forsaking their once revered harmony, they delve into dark magic. Forsaking their once revered... I think it's okay. They delved into dark magic, harnessing the power from the decimation of vegetation. I think I want to keep destruction of vegetation. Did you ever play a wild mage in D&D? Forsaking their once revered harmony, they delve into dark magic, harnessing the power of the destruction. I think I want to have destruction. Destruction, harnessing the power from the destruction of vegetation, leaving the once vibrant plants wither and yeah, leaving the plants once vibrant, I don't care. Leaving the plants wither and lifeless. Right? So they are taking life from plants, right? I don't know if you ever played a Dark Sun Mage, but obviously there is a bit of influence on me on that. There is a bit of influence in this chapter from this. What is the name? I don't remember the name. I think it's just called Wild Magic, right? There is no picture that is expressing this concept, but yeah, maybe this one. Kind of. Yeah, kind of. By the way, Dark Sun is a fantastic setting. It's insanely nice. Super good. The problem is that it's very hard to be a GM on Dark Sun. I've been a GM on Dark Sun, but it's not easy. Because you have this, you know, completely desert world with... it's very hard to make it different enough. But I really liked it. I really liked it. Because it's very characterized. It's strongly characterized. So, suddenly destruction of nature settled and more erected the city of stone and metal, governed by a leader devoid of love, devoid of love for nature. I think this one sounds a bit too long. Governed by a leader devoid of love for the natural world. For the can we just say for nature? Devoid of love for nature. I mean, the natural world seems to be a bit too much. Devoid of love for nature. Yeah, because it's nature that betrayed them, right? That is the concept. So they are against nature because nature betrayed them due to the fire and the people that died. Right? That betrayed them. Forsaking their once revered harmony, they delved into the dark magic, harnessing the power from the destruction of vegetation. Harnessing power from the destruction of vegetation, leaving the plants within and lifeless. Exactly. Exactly. And there is this picture. In theory, there is a dead tree here on the left. I don't know. And there is blood. Well, it's not blood, but it looks a bit like blood, unfortunately. But it should look like dry vegetation, right? So there is like taking energy from the vegetation. That's the idea. Okay, I think this is good. So number 4. Number 4, I don't know if it is too short, but I think it's okay. I think it's okay. Sacred garden around the oldest tree. So the next picture is the good part of the Dermorian building. Kind of a shrine around the, you know, this tree. Right, this tree. So sacred garden around the oldest tree of Junior. So the response in the face of such devastation was to create a beautiful garden around the eldest and mightiest tree and pray Xiosia asking asking for a signal would mean that she had not abandoned them. Okay, let me see my text, because at this point I trust in more my text than the Dermorians who had not lost their faith in nature became to fear their existence, and so they created a beautiful garden around one of the oldest trees in the forest. They prayed to nature, asking for them some sign, and they did not abandon them. Exactly. Well, it's pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same of this one. The next scene is described as this, and also described as this. I think we removed the name of the Witherer, but I think it's fine. Do we want to have the name of the Witherer in this? I think we can put it there. They became known as Witherers. I think we can have it. Does Witherers sounds okay in English? I mean, would you call a group, would you call that group Witherers or not? Does it sound stupid or it sounds good?
Withers.
I don't know. I don't know if it sounds stupid or not. In Italian would sound so-so. But anyway, as this, can you create? Can you describe it? Can you describe it with a maximum of 70 words? Filled with existential fear. Filled with existential fear. It's not really great. Why so short? I said 70 words. This is like, I don't know, 50 or 40. Probably because my text is short and so... With trepidation with her heart. No, feel with... how does filled with existential fear? And wavering their fate, fashion and breathtaking. Nah, I don't like this. This sounds very bad. With trepidation to their heart, and wavering their moorings, who clung to their fate in nature, crafted an exquisite garden surrounding the towering venerable tree. I don't know. I still like my text more, boys. The Dermorians who had not lost their faith in nature began to fear for their existence. Begin to fear for their existence. I think fear for their existence is so much better than filled with an existential fear. Wither sounds a bit like destroyers. Amidst the deep sea, the resolute Dermorian, the unwavering faith in nature intact, breathed life into the breathtaking garden and seek the ancient towering tree. Their fervent prayer echoed through the air, precision. I don't know. This AI is losing power, eh? This AI is losing power very quickly. I don't like any of the three. Filled with existential fear. I think I will use my text. Because the importance is that they were fearing to be extinct, you know, like that the other Dermorians would take over and they would they would kill them all or whatever. So, but it's important to note that is only the part of the Dermorian who were not lost their faith in nature. So there was like a group, a separate group. So the AI is not understanding this distinction, that there is just a part of the Dermorians, right? Only a part of the Dermorians that didn't lose their faith. So I would say a group. I don't know if I want to say a group of Dermorian, or I would say the remaining The remaining Dermorians, something like that. The remaining Dermorians with unwavering faith in nature. The remaining Dermorians with unwavering faith in nature started to fear for their existence, right? Started to began to fear for their existence. Begin to fear for the remaining Dermorians with unwavering faith in nature. Or I can also say a small group, but a limited group, a small group, a minority, right? Or I don't know if it's really a small. I think there were still a lot of them. I think there were still a lot, actually. I think I don't want to say that there was a small group. I think it can be a bigger group, but definitely is a bigger group that is not as strong as the other Dermorians, right? So let me just say the Dermorians with the numerous we can say even the opposite. We can even say the opposite. That there were still a number, right? There were still many. Still many we can say still many Dermorians had unwavering faith in nature. But they began to fear for their existence, right? Due to the stuff that the other Dermorians were doing, right? The fear for their resistance due to the Witherer's acts. Something like that. But they began to fear for their existence due to the... exactly. So that's the point, right? They were fearing that nature would be destroyed. So they created a beautiful garden at one of the oldest trees in the forest. So their response was to create, but their response, I don't know if the response is very nice. Their response was to create a beautiful garden. Their response. They acted. What I want to say is that they acted, you know, that they took action. The response was to create a beautiful garden. The response is too bad. The response was to create too bad. See you, Fergus. Bye bye. Towering Venerable 3, the praise record seeking a sign. The response. No, we can say like they urged to create, right? Something like that. They urged to create a beautiful garden around the eldest and mightiest tree in the forest. Still surviving because after all this mess, but and pray to nature, asking for a signal that would mean that she had not abandoned them. The fervent prayer through the air. I don't know, this is some shit. Can you rephrase this? Rephrase. Driven by their longings, they felt compelled. They felt compelled is not bad. Can you rephrase again? I think we will hit the limit soon, so it will stop me probably. They were driven to create. I think they were I think they felt compelled is better. A beautiful garden, a magnificent garden, exquisite garden, a beautiful, exquisite, an exquisite. You can say exquisite, beautiful, magnificent. Magnificent is not bad. I think we can go magnificent, even if it seems to be too much, but it's fine. I think we can say magnificent garden. A magnificent garden around the eldest and mightiest tree in the forest, within the heart of the forest, within the heart of the remaining forest. One of the magnificent garden around the eldest three. The eldest three. Within the heart of the forest. Within the remaining. Within the heart of the remaining forest. I don't know, just to say that most of the forest was destroyed at this point, right? They felt compelled to create a magnificent garden around the eldest tree, within the heart. I don't know. Remaining, it doesn't like. Why doesn't like remaining? Why doesn't like remaining? Ah, no, because he changed it with the right. No, it's correct. Within the remaining forest. Within the remaining forest. I don't know. I don't know if I really need to say this. Let's remove the remaining forest. I mean, they feel compelled to create a magnificent garden around the eldest tree. That's enough. I mean, it's okay. We don't care. With fervent prayers, they feel compelled to create a magnificent garden around the eldest tree. Dot. With fervent prayers, with heartfelt prayers, they beseech nature for a sign, a sacred signal to reassure them that she has not abandoned their kind. Is better fervent prayers or heartfelt prayers? With heartfelt prayers. I think these words like besieged, it's kind of a weird word to me. It's too much. I mean, I'm fine with they did something, but isn't besieged a bit too much? Isn't plaid enough? Supplicate. Beg, supplicate, implore. I don't think it should be an imploration, right? I think it should be, I mean, Dermorians in general are loving nature in a very positive way, so they should I think what they should have done at that point was like to try to bring the light, you know, the happiness back into that garden, and really trying to have some positive vibes, you know, praying nature. So that is what I think they should do. It's not an imploration. I mean, it's it's not greeted, but is glorify. Glorify probably is not the best, but I want to say that they glorify, they exalted the whatever nature in their prayers, you know, calling for nature. What do we just say? They asked, and that's it. With Earthful player, they asked the nature for a signal. Yeah, it's probably is okay. For a sign, not for a signal, for a sign. For a sign, a sacred signal to reassure them. To reassure them, I like. Sign to reassure them that she had not abandoned their kind, that she had not abandoned. I think their kind is okay. Okay, I think like this is fine, guys. Yeah, it's taking me quite a bit, but it's a very important text because it's then staying, you know, I mean, every new player will see this, and I also need to voice over this. I need to ask to someone to voice over it, so I need to find again the guy that did it. Yes, this guy. I'm just messaging him now because he could start, you know, he could start to do this, right? He could start to voice over these pieces. I will then have to sync. So what I will have to do, I will have to sync the text here at the bottom with the voice files. I don't think it would be too hard actually, but I need to just split. I don't think that all the text is fitting in one run, so I think I will have to split the text in multiple lines like we have already, I think, in the data file. So you see that there is like text 1, text 2, text 3 and text 4. So is now the problem is that some of this text I think I don't have well, I can if it's a single phrase I can still split it. I will do some tests and see. Okay, let's try to finish this before 8 if we can. Okay, if we can, it means that we brought down the time from 2 hours to 1 hour and a half, which would be great for one race. Okay, so the next one is she has not abandoned their kind. The next one is what? After that, there is scene 5. Well, actually, we are at scene 4 already. Wait, did I miss something? No, it's okay. Yeah, we're at scene 4. So there is scene 5. Scene 5 is the portal. And is the portal that appears. Right? Is the portal that appears in the forest. So as the months pass, there appear the portal. I don't like this as the months passed. What do you mean as the months passed? Months later, they receive the response. Yeah, it is a bit too short, I would say. We're 2 of the strongest. What? What is this? What does this mean in English? What does this mean in English? Ah. It's not branches? What is the difference between this and branch? It's the same, huh? About is in any large division of steam axis. What? A boat is any large division of the steam axis. A limb is a primary division of a stem or boat which bears foliage. A branch is a large, medium, or small division of the main axis of the stem into another branch. What the fuck? Okay. In Italian it's the same word. You see? In Italian it's the same word. We don't have this differentiation. We don't have this differentiation. But anyway. As a month passed, they appeared as a portal card from Ancient Tree, where 2 of the strongest both crossed. The Demorian interpreted such a clear response to their supplication and passed through the portal. Well, yeah, pretty much. So we can say the next scene is described this way. And this way. Can you describe it with a maximum of 70 words? Anyway, I think it's helpful. It's helpful. At least to me, it is helpful. After months of anticipation, a portal materialized within the ancient tree's embrace. Formed were 2 almighty branches. Actually, the portal didn't form on that tree, but it formed, kind of in the middle of the forest. It didn't form in that particular tree. So, so I don't think we should say that. After months of anticipation, a portal materialized within the ancient tree embrace, forming where the 2 mighty branches entwined. The Demorian perceiving this as an unmistakable answer to their prayers, resolved to venture forth through the portal threshold. Yeah. Can you rephrase that? This after months of anticipation. Yeah, I think after months of anticipation is good. But I don't know if I want to say months. We can say weeks. Let's say after weeks of anticipation. Months seems to be really... After weeks of anticipation... Well, we can even say months. Okay, let's say months. After months of anticipation... a portal materialized. A portal materialized. I think a portal materialized. I think I like it. A portal materialized within the forest. I think within the forest is fine. The Remorse interprets such a clear response to the supplication and pass through the portal. The Remorse perceiving this as an unmistakable answer to their prayers. I like this one. Perceiving this as an unmistakable answer to their prayers. Interpreting this ethereal manifestation as yeah, I think this one is good. The Remorse perceiving this as an unmistakable answer to their prayers. Resolved to venture forth through the portal's threshold. I think it's fine. It's a bit short, but it's okay. I mean, it's okay. It's a bit short, but I think that, yeah, that's pretty much what happened, right? Now, this part makes no sense because this part is... this part makes no sense because you are not there yet, right? So we just delete it. Okay, we did it, boys. Oh my god, it took me like 3 hours. Well, we also had a bit of, you know, I had to play a bit with this to understand what to have, but yeah. I think it's doable. It's taking a lot of time. I think that the AI is helping me, so I think that the experiment is a success, right? I think it's a success, but it's definitely been a bit painful, mainly for me because I don't have, you know, such a fluent English. I mean, I kind of have, but I don't have as a writer, right? So there are a lot of words that to me that I don't know. I cannot really speak elaborate, right? Cannot speak. I mean, I can make people understand what I want to say, what I mean, but okay. So we did this too. We need to do the other 7. Oh my god. But it is good, eh? It is good. I think the text now is also correct compared to the story. It is exactly what I needed to check. And I don't know if I want to spend a bit more. I don't want to do another one now. I'm gonna die if I do another one. It's too I don't know. It's too tiring. It's easier to fix C++ bugs than do this. I was thinking to this, right? I am thinking to this, and so I think the turquoise is great, the magical plant is great, the magical pearl emitting light is great as well. An item of this guy, we need to decide it. The Gakru stuff is fantastic. We have a problem for these other races. Let me think. Let me think what we can have. So the Lemur history is the same as the Kran history, right? Because they are already in Iliacum. So there is the vision of Lanx. There is the vision of Lanx. By the way, if you don't know how Lanx looks, this is one of the looks. Then there is this, yeah, but this is yeah. Yeah. This doesn't help me at all. I think it could be the Book of Names, but I think it could be the Book of Names for the Lemur. But I'm not completely sure if I want that. 410. I think the Book of Names is too much. I mean, it's too recent. I think it's too recent. We have a good connection with this guy, with Shindrock. But Shindrock was born in the caves, right? I would like something that is coming from Kadaikos. I would like something. So the Lemur were created, right? Lanx became scared. Lemur and Kran establish a small village. Sorry, where the hell is Kadaikos here? Kadaikos is... well, actually, Kadaikos is after this, so which is good. Kadaikos is after this, so it's 200 after Iliacum. It's 200 after Iliacum. The problem is that there is a group of Lemur, right, that is going to Kadaikos and is funding that city, but then he returns, right? Then Lanx returns to Iliacum after that, right? Because I'm just trying to understand, after Kadaikos, right? These lemurs went into a village in the labyrinth. Okay, fine. To search Langs, there was, you know, not found anymore. They met with the stone hammers. Meanwhile, something is happening outside of the labyrinth, right? But fine. They finished the bridge. The Hammer Elder are crossing. They meet the lemur, explain the existence. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. So we have two options here. We have two options. One is that is an item that came from Kadaikos and then was transferred to the village that they created in the labyrinths and is still there. Or is something that really still in the original city of Kadaikos, which is possible. Let's say to do it in the labyrinth is a bit easier because I don't have to to create the whole city. I can just create a small village in the labyrinth and it's done. But I think that we need to understand, I think it would be super nice if it's something connected, at least in terms of power, to the Black Flame, like has been, is a sprout from there. But at this point it's hard to say. We need to create a bit more background story on what happened when Langs left, right? Because the actual Book of Names is so much later. So Kadaikos is here. Sorry, Kadaikos is here, right? The village in the labyrinth is here. 312. They meet the Stonehammer and they learn about the dome, right? Some stay behind, some go in the dome. Okay, fine. The one that go into the dome met the Kleros and construct Ilondonari, right? And from here, sorry, and it is the destruction of Ilondonari. But yeah, so from and here is too late, right? Here is too late. It's not connected enough to the creation of the world. Here is too late because here there is Shindrock and he does all that stuff with Galeran, discover the glyphs, blah blah blah, studies visit the Vault of Ages, study the Observatorium, blah 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 blah, you know, all of this. All of this is too late. All of this is too late. So okay, so I think that the best would be like I was saying, so for the lemurs will be an item from the city or Kadaikos or the or this Xantlan in the labyrinths. Okay. I think for the lemur it will be this. Now for the Diaboli. The Diaboli is not very easy. The Diaboli is not very easy. So consider Diaboli, we have this scene. Well, it can be that dagger actually. It can be that sword. It could be. It could be. Even if I have to think about it. I have to think about it. I have to think about it. For the Diaboli, I don't know yet. Okay, guys, I have to go because it's nearly 8. I have to go dinner, but yep, was good. I think we made some good progress. It's a bit painful to go through this, but I think we have this first part. Ilian is done, Dermoran is done. I will continue with the others. And also we decided a bit about the items that the races can bring into the world to create additional stories and quests as part of the main plot, right? And I really hope one day we will be able to visit the homeworlds of the different races. I hope we can, but that would be a long time from now. So goodbye and see you tomorrow evening. By the way, our game is released. I don't know if you know it, but it is. You can go to planeshift.it, Chezier, and click on download, and you can download it for Windows, Linux, and Mac. And you can tell me if you like it or not. Go and do it. It's playable, it's free. There are no hidden costs, no hidden premium accounts, no hidden anything. It's just a game. It's just a game. Created with love. Bye bye.